I studied bulthaup's production practices closely and discovered just how perfectly and innovatively the whole system works. The universal bulthaup V3 system, for example, is virtually impossible to improve from a technological perspective. And this is where the question of cultural context comes in. How can you add a new layer of meaning to a perfect product, detach it from its timelessness, and imbue it with what moves and motivates us today? My idea was to work with the existing V3, but at the same time undermine the clear combination of perfection and minimalism that bulthaup is synonymous with. What we are looking for again nowadays is the mystical, the poetic, the individualism behind the perfection. To demonstrate the robustness of bulthaup V3, I proposed inviting architects, artists, and designers to work with the system. It is about discovering their take on the existing system, not about developing a new product. So it's about a curatorial concept intended to facilitate a cultural confrontation with the kitchen. For Milan, I've developed an installation in the bulthaup showroom in the Via Durini that takes the idea of craftsmanship and bulthaup's manufacturing approach to the extreme. However, I don't use the conventional functional surfaces such as lacquer, stainless steel or wood, instead choosing to make use of materials that come from the living context and which create a more jarring effect. That's because one of the key ideas behind the introduction of bulthaup V3 was the attempt to bring together the living areas of the kitchen and the living room through construction and design. I'm now going one step further and reversing the flow. Now that we've expanded the kitchen into the living area, I want to use materials and surfaces to reflect the living area back into the kitchen. Consequently, I covered the entire kitchen in black leather. The seams on the edges are picked out in a luminous sulfuric yellow. The handles and fittings are coated in silver. The worktop and drawer base are made from black marble that is rippled with fine white veins. One part of the lower drawers has been replaced with a glass display cabinet that allows valuable collector's pieces to be stored.